The amount of calls that I get in the background advising and asking and doing other things is really, really many. And I really appreciate that. But one of the most serious one people ask me is, why do you broadcast in English? At first it was funny, but then it got serious because it wasn't only about this person. And then later on, I realized the reason why they are asking this, because it wasn't new anyway. At some point, I had people calling me from abroad and etc., telling me that I should broadcast in Creole, which I don't mind doing because I speak Creole very, very well. But the reason why I put, because if you look at some of my earlier broadcasts, you will see that I did them in Creole. But because, ladies and gentlemen, this channel has got depth, so therefore, I started losing customers. I begin for lost customers. People and begin for go away because you don't expect people and they understanding every time. Now the same thing you talk with, and there's no reason for them being there. But this channel has got depth, and if you look at the chat room now, you go see say we get people of all walks of life, almost so many different nationalities. So English now one common language. That's why I like for speaking because then everybody can get engaged. Another thing where person asks me now the music working like for play. But I think so the reason why they ask me this thing because we still struggle with acoustics. Okay, so you can hear the sound because we use some professional microphones, the boom mics. So you need for soundproof the entire studio. Okay, so the musical can play sometimes it can be very cracky. And imagine music, it means for touch your soul, it means for steer you on. So if you know the filter proper, imagine it's really annoying, and I understand exactly what you mean. And sometimes when I listen to the playback, it's unbelievable. But I must commend people because still people, you know, yeah, they show solidarity. And this is very, very important. So the reason why I can play the music now, you know, it's kind of used to me now, a kind of ritual because it can kind of warm me up. I hope this sets that tone. And as we go along, we'll try to find a way to make the music more okay so that everybody, both on the other side and this side, can enjoy things. Ladies and gentlemen, today we said that we were going to talk about retired Brigadier Mada Bio, and we're going to talk about the Sierra Leone People's Party. We said that we were going to be talking about, we are going to be making the closing argument, the case for the closing argument. There's an election upon us in a matter of days. When I say days, today is already almost the 5th. So we are talking about 2 days, then there's going to be a significant event in that country. Okay, so we were talking about the 3 major parties. We've dealt with Dr. Kande Yumkela's NGC, National Grand Coalition. We've made a closing case. We've also dealt with the ruling All People's Congress of Dr. Wilson Samora. We've made a closing argument. Today, we are making the closing argument for the Sierra Leone People's Party, headed by one-time head of state and retired brigadier Julius Mada Bio. But this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen, and this is interesting. I'm sure say the audio clear and the video so everybody, they see everybody. Okay? You know, something about the Sierra Leone People's Party, I want for let we remember, sometimes when we begin to talk about the Sierra Leone People's Party, especially the origin, let's remember that it's one of the, if not the oldest party in the country. We sort of reminisce on names such as the father of the nation, the founding father of the nation. Okay? The founding father of the nation. The founding father of the nation, Sir Milton Magai. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the thing where you use them kind of equipment there. You get people and where they invite them friends, which is very good. This is the process of networking that I always talk about on my shows. So I get for like physically add them, which is a good thing, and I appreciate all those that are doing it. It's very, very important, the process of networking. But let's get back straight away to action. When we talk about the Sierra Leone People's Party, we remember the founding father of the nation, Sir Milton Magai, may his soul rest in eternal peace. We remember names like by Farama Tas, by Farama Tas, of course. We remember people like by Shebora Yumkela, that's the father of the aspirant and leader of the National Grand Coalition. He was a founding father of the Sierra Leone People's Party. We remember powerful name, you know, yeah, like Madam Ella Koblo Gulama. Imagine how unique the name is. That's how unique she was. These are the founding fathers of the Sierra Leone People's Party. Not forgetting by Koblo Patbana, SB Mara, Sir Albert Magai, a little bit dodgy, and the great Salia Jushu Sherif, Teacher Lagao, Lamina Sankor. Remember Lamina Sankor Street, in somewhere in Freetown, R.G.O. King, people like John Nelson and John Nelson Williams, absolutely, and Gideon Thomas, and more formidable and household names like the late Honorable Manak Paka, the late John Aka, a man reputed to have written the national anthem, and Honoria Belokoka. There are so many of those names that exist now because people were named after these people. I know a sister somewhere in Reading, Honoria Belokoka. We all are from the Moyamba end of things. I am from Rotifung, Pasanusi Mustafa. These are heavy names in the SLPP. And when these people got together and put the SLPP together, little did they know that what the SLPP is today will be what it is now. Little did they know that what the SLPP is today will be exactly what it is now. Okay? So, what we know about these people, that these people that I've just named, these are household names. These are historical names. Madam Ella Koblo Gulama. Very decent and nice name. It's a household name. By Koblo Path Bana. Okay? I'm just kind of in love with the names. That's why I'm repeating some of them. Okay? By Faramatas. Shebora Yumkela. These kind of names were associated with the Sierra Leone People's Party from the onset. And these were respectable men and women of their time. And even today, I just hope they are written proper in the historical narratives of that country so that the children yet unborn will come and read about these people because they did make some significant contributions to that particular country. These people were decent people and they had some principles and values that they cherish. They had some principles and values that they significantly cherish. But today, what they aspired then, yes, Mr. Hamilton, welcome. Yeah, let me just acknowledge some people quickly because they are telling me hi, and I have to reply. Mr. Roland Hamilton, hi, I'm sure you're at your shop. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget about Mingles. We'll have a program on our shops and networking at some point. Sister Ivonella Ayo, hello there. Bernie Abu, hello. How you doing, my sister? God bless. And hello to all as we get by. Kevin Kinsley Williams, okay? And so many others are watching, and I will acknowledge people as we get along. I want to tell you all that I'm really, really grateful for being patient with me. You know, yeah, despite all the odds that happened, you know, we should have kicked off with this show by 8 o'clock. We were ready, went live, and then all kind of technical problems. But that's the past we're talking about now. So we're talking about, yeah, Amadou Koroma, good. How are you, sir? I hope all is well. We're talking about the Sierra Leone People's Party, and we are calling the names of the great founders of this party. Angela Aminata Sori Kamara. Hello, my sister. How are you? We're talking about the Sierra Leone People's Party, and we're talking about the names that were associated with this party going back. Great names, such as Chief Pat Bana by Koblo Pat Bana, SB Mara Ela Koblo Gulama by Shebora Yumkela, by Faramatas, Samilti Maga, of course, and his brother, his half-brother, Sir Albert. These people founded the Sierra Leone People's Party. But today, this party is not as those people envisage this party to have been. And this is what we are talking about today. And the man who happens to be the head of the party. So today we are associating the Sierra Leone People's Party to retired brigadier, one-time head of state, Julius Maada Bio. I want to make this clear, ladies and gentlemen. Out of respect for his legendary past, I know some people will question this. We've had discussions on the outside before. But then we need to go and revisit the word legendary, a legend. We really need to go, if you hold offense to that, if you've got a different take on it, a different view, the context in which I'm using it, I think is applicable to retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio. So I'm saying, out of respect for his legendary past, and this is, I said the context earlier on, both as a soldier who arguably fought to defend his country, and I repeat, These are things I know that splits the country somewhere right through the middle. But these are just things that happens to be facts. Okay? He signed on to the army as a young man, and I'm understanding that he opted out of school to join the army. This is quite commendable. This is quite heroic if this is the case. And we haven't heard an argument on the other. So it stands out as if this is the case. So I'm saying, out of respect for his legendary past, both as a soldier and arguably a man who fought to defend his country, and as a former head of state, which was the most significant. And also, it doesn't stop there. The man who apparently started the Second Republic. Most of the things that I've said here are facts. And people, we know this, or we can research this because it does exist. Okay? He was a former head of state. He kickstarted the Second Republic with the process that we are now enjoying today by doing a peaceful transition. We are not talking about how, but we're talking about what. He did them. Let's set the parameters. They are clear. So out of respect for his legendary past, both as a soldier who arguably fought for his country and as a former head of state, ladies and gentlemen, and also a man who is alluded largely to have kickstarted the Second Republic by doing a peaceful transition of power from the military to the civilian government, in a process which we do enjoy today. And now, looking at the entire political landscape, our political landscape, these things cannot be denied. So what I intend to do in this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, what I intend to do in this broadcast, it must be made absolutely clear, is I want to look at three aspects, okay? I want to look at three aspects of General Bio. Three aspects of General Bio in this broadcast. And these three aspects are a general biography of General Bio. I repeat, a general biography of General Bio. Okay? A general biography of General Bio. His rise to prominence, and basically my opinions and beliefs, which are largely going to be theoretical, but with some degree of circumstantial evidence. I repeat, from all what I've said about the party, the Sierra Leone People's Party, which is now headed by retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, and out of respect for some of the things that are alluded to him in a positive way, which is A, he handed over power to a civilian government, thus kick-starting a process that we are now enjoying today. He was a former military man, okay? These are things that we cannot deny, that he's made notable changes on our political landscape, and we are all beneficiaries of that process. So to look at this entire thing about this man and the Sierra Leone People's Party, I've decided to look at three aspects for the sake of this broadcast. A, that would be his general biography, which I'm not going to delay on because the man is a public figure and we know him very well. Let me just acknowledge some people quickly. Mr. Amadou Koroma, that happened reluctantly. I'm going to be reading commentary as well. We know this is going to be, kind of toxic. We're going to see some antagonism and some sarcasm. So that happened forcibly. That's what he's saying. Kenneth Cooper is watching. Kenneth Cooper, my friend, how are you? That's my schoolmate many, many years ago, a real brother and a friend. Amadou Koroma, Bintumani 1 and 2, remember? Okay, yes, we do remember, Amadou. So we're not talking about the process itself. We're talking about what happened. We don't want to question that, but we know that it happened. Thanks, Kenneth. We're just trying to network, and let's keep it real, brother. I really appreciate that you sign on and say thank you so much and hi to the family. How is the United States? How is everything? I hope all is well. Yes, Amadou Koroma, we remember, a lot of people are signed on to this program, remember peace before elections and what have you. But we could spend a lot of time if we want to dwell into that. Mohamed Alaji Conte wants to be in your Mohammed, I didn't read that to the end. But Amadou, just to continue, we could, continue into that process and start looking in deeply. But I'm going to touch into that a little bit because we don't have time. I wish we had started earlier because I intended to make this program an hour program. So again, we'll just touch on three aspects. His general biography, which I'm not going to waste any time on, his rise to prominence, and basically I'm going to weigh in with some opinions, which is sort of strange on this channel because we tend not to want to weigh our opinions in. We just want to provide the information so that people can weigh in based on the information that we've provided. But like I say, the opinions and beliefs, that I hold are largely theoretical, but I'm going to back it up with some circumstantial evidence, and I'm sure that's going to trigger some debate in the chat room. Okay, Hadassah Impression Unique is watching. Yeah, okay, Hadassah, thank you, my sister. How are you? How you doing? I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Let me just add some people quickly. Rose, welcome to the show, my friend. Yeah, welcome to the show. Okay, so I'm saying I'm not going to spend a lot of time on his biography. The second aspect is going to be his rise to prominence. And then my opinions and beliefs, which are largely theoretical, but with some degree of circumstantial evidence, which I'm also going to talk about and show some of the circumstantial evidence, tangible ones, because they did exist. All right? So here we go. We therefore now ask the question, who then is retired? After having said all of this, we ask the question, who then is retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio? What does he want? Has he got unfinished business? Okay? Has he got unfinished business? Ladies and gentlemen, the modem that I'm using today, Sheko Ture, welcome. Sister Imambe, Kadi Kamara, welcome. Hadassah Impression Unique, welcome, my sister. Seku John Barry, welcome. The system that I'm using is strange to me because I'm used to professional, your sort of system. So I see a lot of pop-ups coming on my screen, and I hope I don't touch something. Emmanuel, hello, are you there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry.
Well, it's like I've got someone, here on the phone or something. But I hope you're getting me. I was to bring Sekuba John wants you to bring on the video. Okay, no worries. There's a lot of things happening on the screen, and this is strange to me. I haven't used this method before, but we will learn as we go. We will learn as we go. Gentlemen, let me just make a quick progress, okay? So we ask the question then, who then is retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio? What does he really want? I'm talking about within the context of what is happening now on the political scene. What does he want? He was one-time head of state. Okay, he handed over power to a civilian government. What does he really want? Has he got unfinished business? There were many other questions that I asked in the previous broadcast on the professional set, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, so we had to call that off. So I said I was going to deal with three aspects of the retired Brigadier Maada Bio. So we start off with saying, we started off with saying we will deal with the general biography, the three aspects, and we will not waste time on his general biography. Hello, Mr. Mohammed. And probably I hope you could find time to respond. And I know other people are trying to respond, but it could be maybe in 2 days' time, because that's going to be a lengthy broadcast in which everybody is going to have their say, and it's going to be almost like a basketball game when you can leave and then come back. Okay? Mr. Amadou Koroma, head of state for 90 days. But at least he was head of state. He had ambassadors. He was recognized internationally. Mr. Dauda, welcome to the show, my friend. I want to welcome Sister Mariatu of the APC. Welcome to the show, my sister. Okay, I need to make a little bit of progress anyway. I said I was going to use three aspects to look at General Bio, former retired Brigadier Bio, and the Sierra Leone People's Party. First of all, I said his biography, which is I'm going to be very brief about, because everybody here, I suppose, knows Bio. Bio is a public person. Everybody knows him. We know his biography. So I'm just going to scant over it. The second part will be how he came into prominence. The brother who called earlier on has dealt with some points deeply, and I want to touch on those problems. I really want to touch on problems. Okay? Mr. Joe Solomon Tucker, you need to make a request, and I will add you, and then you can join the forum and make your call. Yeah. You can join and make your call. I know you really want to rebut what Mr. Conte was alluding to. I've already given you the clearance, so you should be able to talk to us. You should be able to talk to us. Yeah, Mr. Joe Solomon Tucker, you should be able. You're trying to respond, but what is going on? They will receive an invitation. Joe, you need to relax. You will receive the invitation. Okay. You will receive the invitation. As you just relax, my brother. I've already sent you the invitation and you will receive it. Okay? If you don't, just let me know again, but I've already done so. Just be a bit patient. That's for Mr. Tucker. Okay? So let me make a bit of a progress. So anyway, we do know that